for 48 divided by 6.
Sounds good. And then I liked the one you pulled up about the, it was on the HCPSS website. It's task 6.
Yeah.
There are 30 chocolate chips. Everyone will get an equal number of chocolate chips. Draw a model to show chocolate chips.
Another good one is the task 8.
So just put those on there. Copy and paste them.
I'm not going to do this until Wednesday.
Y'all think this is good? Spring
Yeah.
had arrived, blah, blah, blah. She bought 40 small flowers, and she planted them in rows of 7. They're basically drawing an array.
Yeah. But they can draw the models that we're showing them, too.
Yeah.
They can do any way that they want to.
Hey, I put this on Wednesday just because, so you can put yours on Monday, Tuesday.
Well, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so whichever day she hadn't put already one in there.
I'm putting the chocolate chip one in there, too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. She's fine.
Did you tape yourself today?
No, I did not.
I wanted you to. I wanted to watch it.
Well, y'all need to tell me when you want me to record, and I will.
I might come. Well, never mind. Too much. Let's say I might come one day next week.
Oh, y'all do have to come
so I
in.
can do another observation.
Yeah, come one day next week.
I'll talk to Michelle to see what day she can come.
Yeah.
Because that would be great for her to come and be able to do that. So, we want them to have like a really good understanding of partial product and area model, right? I know we're showing them the dots, and we want them to...
We need to show the dots, because the dots are what was on the video from the state.
Yeah.
I know that other schools aren't showing it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I showed that today, but...
half of my class is using the dots.
I know. But my thing is, like, if we want them to have a kind of better understanding, because if you think about them coming to us next year, when it's 2-digit, when we're supposed to start 2-digit next year, we're not going to be able to do the dots. So then, if we don't do a good job of laying that foundation of the area model and partial product this year, then we're going to have to spend extra time on division next year with the area model and partial product.
That is true. Yes, you are right. But for 4th grade, they can use the dots.
Okay.
Because that should lay enough of a foundation that they're able, because if they're moving 10 over, then they're, you know how if there's 2 dots, they do 20?
Yep.
Well, you know how in the area model where there's 10 and then you go up to 20 to multiply next and then the 30 to multiply next, you would still relate that next year. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Because that's what was kind of freaking me out, is because I was thinking I have basically 3 more days left of division, and they're like just now, it like blew their minds when I took the 2 from the 10s and made 20. It like blew their minds today.
Mine too.
So I had to like sit there and have a conversation of why we did that.
You related it back to Unit 1, which was 10 times more for every... You did not. But
I tried to, and they were like...
Did you pull up manipulatives?
No.
You can pull up manipulatives.
I drew them out on the board, though, because I said, okay, so when I have 2 10s, what does that look like? It looks like 2 rocks. So I drew that out. And then I said, so that means, and I wrote out, I said 2 10s. And so if I have 2 10s, that's 20.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I was like, okay, so if I move this 20 that I have over here to the 1s column, how many 1s will I have? And they finally said 20. So I was like, okay, draw 20. But what they were doing is like if they already had, if it was like 442, so if they had to move the 20 to the 1s, they had the 2 already, so they would just add 18 to make 20 as a whole over there. They weren't adding the 20 to the 2 that was already over there. Does that make sense?
Right.
So I was
okay.
That's where...
Because they started counting from the one that was already there.
Yeah, so they said 2.
Okay, so let's think of a way, the way that I told mine is maybe underline the 2 that are already there,
okay.
and then start counting.
And can you tell me how Because it was just a lot today for me to try to, because you did the, if they're dividing by 3, you draw them in lines of 3. Oh wait, that's how you do it. Never mind. I tried that, but it just went like.
But there was some students that aren't going to get that,
Mhm.
so you would go to their desk when they're working
Mhm.
and say, just draw the dots, and then they can make all kinds of bubbles, however they need to do it. So.
No, I wasn't really worried about that part today because I just wanted them to get the whole what they're supposed
Yeah.
to do, and so tomorrow then.
And it
now that I
only
know I
makes
have more
sense to
time.
me that way to put them in rows. And my kid, most of them are getting it except for like 2. But if they don't get putting them in rows, then just let them get them on there, and then they can make the bubbles however, or the circles or the groups however they want to make them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all of mine is making the little groups, the circle stuff. Sorry.
Okay. I have a great idea. It's engaging.
Okay.
I got all
Let's
this
do
here.
it.
They can work with okay, so you write on index cards. You write like 3 or 4 digit numbers on one pile, and then 2
1 digit.
1 digit numbers in another pile, and it's like the matching game. So they have to match like you turn them over,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to match a divisor with a dividend, and then they solve the ones they flipped over and matched.
So is
Oh,
it
cute.
technically matching, or is it they're just doing random things?
You know the matching game where you have like, you lay them all down, and you have to find 2 that go together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do
Oh,
they
so
go
you're saying if
together?
they turn over 2 dividends,
Then they have to.
then
do it again.
they skip a turn.
Yeah.
So they have to turn over a divisor and a dividend. So they have to know
Yeah.
that it has to be one number on one card, and then the other cards could be
Yes.
as many divisors or
Yes.
dividends as needed. Like
And once
how many?
they do that, they solve that one. That with their group.
Love it. Like it?
No, yeah. I'm just. How are they gonna know the difference between the divisor and the dividend?
Because
We will have taught that.
well, the divisors can only be 1 digit.
Oh, in
The
4th
rest,
grade.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, because on that video or whatever, it was saying that we don't teach them that the small. Like I thought you were saying just
Yeah.
the smaller one is the divisor. But
Oh,
we
I
would
get
have
what
to
you're
have-
saying
we
now.
would have to have
Or
a conversation
There's
about.
another way to do it on here. It says you write like 3 or 4 digit numbers on index cards, and then you have a dice, and so they pick the number.
Oh, and then their
and then
divisor is the dice.
Yeah, there's 2 ways you could do it.
Let's do it that way, and they can do it in partners.
That's fine.
I didn't mean I like that way. I was just
Yeah.
trying to say like, if we did it that way, the first way, we would just have to have a conversation of like,
Yeah.
the reason you're doing, this one, whatever, is not because it's, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, in your standard, you're only doing 4 by 1 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I don't care. That's fun though. I like that.
Or heck, we could do both. One day and one the other day. Whatever.
Yeah. I hate how you have to pull it up in like a Word document every time.
I know. Okay, so we're on the 25th. So we've got a success starter. We've got our learning target, which matches the standards wall. Then tip chart. Okay, so we've already introduced it, right? Y'all have already, by Monday, y'all are going to have all 3 ways introduced and ready to go. So, during the teach time part, I think we just need to first start with a few more problems since it's Monday. So, let's add some problems in here. And you're already teaching them with remainders, right? Like showing them problems with remainders by then too, because I would go ahead and teach it. Like,
I did it today.
So on Monday, though, we put I can interpret the remainder. But interpreting the remainder on our pacing guide is not supposed to be till the 27th and 28th. So let's take that part off, because otherwise we would need to really do word problems those few days.
And I'll take it off the 26th, too.
Okay. So we'll do like 2 problems as a class to go over them, and then by that time we need to do lessons that are like engaging, like those type things. The bingo game I started today, or the tic-tac-toe game with the boards that we were planning on doing, they enjoyed that, so I'm going to carry that over till tomorrow, because we just got to do like 1, so I'm actually going to let them like play the game.
Bingo.
It's tic-tac-toe. It's those boards I gave you.
The divide and conquer board.
You've got the divide and conquer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Divided by 7 equals. And then you're still working on science over there.
Yeah.
We'll do 2,000 divided by
Do we
4.
want another teach time slide?
Huh?
Do we want another teach time slide?
No, I think if we just go over 2 of them and go over the ways, then
So do you want to just put one on one slide and one on the other, just so we'll have plenty of room to write?
that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't write on the board. I don't know how y'all write on the board with it, because I'm scared I'm messing y'all up when I'm writing on the board.
No, if it's in present, then whatever you do, you're not messing us up.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as it's in present, it's not doing anything.
Because that's like our computer with our, like,
Because whatever you're doing
Our
is not
active
writing on your
Inspire
computer.
is not
Mm-mm.
going on.
When you write on Active Inspire, it'd show up here.
it
Unless
doesn't
you're
show up on
in-
mine. It shows up like what you write on here shows up on your computer, but it doesn't show up on mine.
Okay. Well, I was just making sure, because I was scared I was messing y'all up.
Yeah,
So I
why
hadn't.
you never wrote on it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Because I thought I was going to be messing y'all up.
Oh, no.
So, okay. So, student work time, let's find some tasks. Let's find some stuff off Math in the Fast Lane.
Bow tie quotients.
And y'all are like, okay, I'm looking at this stick it for problems. So, like, when y'all are teaching this, bracelets were divided up and sent to 5 stores. That is a division problem, but you're making them look and say, okay, are you going to have a remainder for this problem? Yeah, I am. Do you know why?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have a 0 or a 5 at the end. So it is not a multiple of 5, so it's going to have a remainder. So when you're teaching that kind of stuff, it will already get them set for factors and multiples before we even get there. So try to relate kind
I'm
of,
doing that for like every problem.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Try to relate that as much as possible, and maybe we need to put that at the bottom, like when I pull this problem up. So now on,
Like even on the teach time for like the first one, is that something we can, just like a quick thing?
up here,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like another slide,
Well, no, I'm just saying
like right here, add this word problem.
Oh yeah, we can do that, yeah.
Type that in at the notes at the bottom, what I just said. So focus their attention on the fact that this will have a remainder because it doesn't end in a 0 or a 5, because when you count by 5s, every time you hear, you're going to hear a 0 or 5 at the end. What about those, okay, on the Howard County, the if we go back and not do the task, do the centers and independent practice. That always has a lot.
Where is that?
It's on the main web page. When you type in .4.nbt.6, they'll have one that says assessment task, and they'll have one that says centers and independent practice. Because that's where we got the divide and conquer.
There we go.
Let's see. Oh, pages.
Okay, and then this is the other one. We won't be doing that before then, where they place the cards to get the, okay, shuffle the game cards together and place them face down. Select 4 cards. Organize your numbers so that you will divide them. You can create the largest quotient. Well, of course, they would have to, if they have them this, they're going to have to put the 2 at the end. So they want the greatest number first to get the greatest quotient. So does that make sense? They'll like just move that to the end to get the greatest quotient. And move the 3 and then the 2 and put the 1 at the end. So that would give them the greatest quotient. Y'all like that for that day?
No, we already have that.
I don't know if they'll be able to use that before Monday.
No, I mean not for tomorrow. I'm saying we already printed it out, didn't we?
The number cards?
No, that. I've seen that somewhere.
What?
The greatest quotient already.
It might be on the plans for tomorrow, but they won't get to those plans. So like today was the divide and conquer, which is why I did that with the little tic-tac-toe
Yeah,
board.
see, I didn't do that.
And so the next plans, which are supposed to be tomorrow, boo. Remember that we need to go take off this one when we get to interpreting remainders, your little thing. The little thing you made,
Yeah.
the chart, we need to put that on the day that we interpret remainders. We might have seen it, they use it for 5th grade as well.
Oh.
This is the same game, and we put it on 5th grade plans. Because they're going to make 2-digit divisors instead of 1-digit divisor. That's where you saw it.
You just want the thing I typed up instead of the picture? Is that what you mean?
No, put the picture on the day when we are interpreting a remainder.
So like go back to this week.
So we're interpreting remainders the 27th and 28th. So I want that chart from the 22nd on the 27th and 28th. Because we're technically not using the 22nd PowerPoint.
Flip chart, whatever.
I got you.
Okay, so here, the
Work
student
time.
work time, we're going to do,
Quotient thing.
yeah.
Can we not do that for like Monday and Tuesday? Because like the multiplication game thing, I used it for 2 days and they
Yeah.
loved it.
Would
Anything
y'all-
that's like a competition, they love.
I know.
Would y'all rather me put, like, I can put this on this thing I made on a slide. I think it'd be a little easier to understand and see than that.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so that greatest quotient game can take a long time.
Yeah.
So I think that that's all we need to do for that day,
Sounds good to
is
me.
let them play that game. And, you know, while they're doing it, it says the person who receives 8 points will win. I mean, you may do 5 points. They're not going to get through 8 problems, I don't think. So the conclusion, closing.
You want it on both interpreting remainder
Yes.
days?
Yeah. Because I want to be able to refer back to it. So the conclusion, which is closing it out, so you always want to refer back to your learning target. I can divide up to 4-digit by 1-digit divisors. So honestly, your conclusion could be coming back together.
Can you just copy and paste that and talk about it?
And solving a word problem like that?
Huh?
Solving a word problem like that, or just a regular problem?
Just a regular problem.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ms. Brown obviously didn't want to talk to me.
Mhm.